My name is Julian J. Blum, and I'm here to introduce to you my new YouTube presentation. Now, my YouTubes are going to be about 1.5 to 2 minutes long, and they're going to be segments about my life of 90 years. And the title of my YouTube is OMG I Am 90, which stands for, oh my God, I'm 90 years of age. Wow. Anyway, at 90, I'm still feeling very good, and I would like very much to tell you about the past 90 years of my life. You know, there's been a tremendous transition from those beginning days in 1920s till today. Let me give you a couple of examples. In 1920, we did not have refrigerators, we had ice boxes. And every week, a horse and buggy would come down the street, and a guy would get out and he'd put a block of ice in a burlap sack, and he would come climbing up the steps to our apartment, knock on the door, and then he would put a block of ice in our ice box. Now, fast forward 90 years. Today, they're talking about not only making ice in the refrigerator, this has been going on for years, but the refrigerator is soon going to be able to tell you, hey, you're low on butter and eggs. Do you want me to order them from the store? And you press a little button. The next thing you know, those eggs and butter will come by drone, land on your front porch, and the cost of same will come out of the bank account automatically. I remember back in the years of my youth, some of the older cars had to be cranked by hand in order to get them started. Now, we're able to start our car with a little gadget and summon it from our garage, or if we're in a restaurant, we can summon it to come from the parking lot and pick us up and take us home, and we don't even have to touch the wheel. Oh, I don't know if that's insane progress, but it certainly is progress. Lots of other things have changed. The moral code has obviously changed. I remember when girls used to be virgins. Now, mothers give their kids birth control pills when they're 15. There's all kinds of changes in reference to integration. I was raised in Baltimore, Maryland, which was a segregated community. We didn't have black people going to our schools. No, they never would enter one of our restaurants. We didn't make them sit in the back of the bus, but that's about all. Everything else was totally segregated. Now, you go in a restaurant and you see white women with black men and children that are half white and half black, and everybody speaks great English, and most of the kids are going to high school and going to college and graduating with advanced degrees. So there's been a great amount of progress. There's also been horrible things that have taken place, like the atomic bomb, the Second World War, Adolf Hitler, things that you could never imagine. Anyway, I have a lot to say about a lot of different things. I actually ran away from home at 16 years of age and joined the Navy during the Second World War. I experienced a flood out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, bailed out of my second-story window when I was 8 years old, much like the people that suffered from Harvey. Anyway, I'm very anxious for you to hear about all my many adventures, and I also want to tell you about a book that's recently been published that I'm very proud to have authored. This book is called dyingtoknow.info. It came about because my wife started nagging me about procrastinating and putting our affairs in order about 5 years ago. So I decided, well, she's been good to me, and I'll try to be good to her and take care of this problem in case I do pass on. And I started gathering all kinds of legal documents and information about funerals and things that taking care of your dog, your pet dog, when you pass on, who gets that, and all about assets and liabilities and charge accounts and different kinds of credit cards, and just on and on and on. When it was completed, it was very somber, so I started putting in some very interesting cartoons and jokes concerning being older, and it kind of made it a much easier task to put together because it wasn't so somber. Anyway, when I was done with all of this, gave it to my wife. She was so pleased she started showing it to some of her friends. The friends said, "Hey, we would like to have something like this. Why don't you make a book?" So I did, and I titled it dyingtoknowinfo.com. And I created a website, which again is www.dyingtoknowinfo.com, which tells all about the book and how it can be acquired. And it's very, very inexpensive. If you were to spend 15 minutes with the average attorney, you'd spend more money than what this book costs you. Anyhow, I'd like to have you go take a look at the website. If you need it, I think you would enjoy purchasing this and filling it out. So that's what my YouTube is going to be about, and I'll be coming to you on a fairly regular basis, and I hope you'll send it off to your friends and relatives so that they can also hear about the past 90 years of my life and about this book. Thank you again. I will see you soon. Goodbye.